Welcome back everybody to my channel JixHost. Today's video is going to be on how web hosting was when I got into this business about 12 years ago versus now. One of the big differences are the standard of quality that our subscribers or clients require. You see, back in the day when hosting was more expensive, it was basically acceptable to not have such a robust network. Support, so-so, okay, that was good enough. Today, the people or subscribers expect much better support, a much more robust network to host websites on, and just a better hosting experience all around. And part of that is the industry had been saturated a bit with a lot of companies and individuals getting into the business. Now, this is good and this is also bad. The reason it's good is because the standard of quality of hosting improved. Why it would be bad is it creates a lot of confusion in the industry, and it also is a competitive, really competitive market. Things have changed. Software titles have increased in pricing, such as cPanel. You used to buy a license per server and have an unlimited amount of domains, which might have been good for the host. The bad part about that was that some hosts would just put as many clients onto a server in order to save money and continue to offer cheap hosting. Well, one of the main softwares, cPanel, the control panel for web hosting, now charges a monthly cost per domain name. So now the host, if the host wants to put 1,000 domains on a server or 1,000 cPanels on a server, that host is going to pay a pretty penny, whereas before they could put an unlimited amount. But when you overload a server, the performance goes way down. So then super cheap hosting, but bad quality. Today, much better hosting, but it'll be more money, and long gone are the days of hosting unlimited domains for one flat rate. So there's some good things and there's some bad things. Now, a lot of it, like what I notice as an industry, we're getting a higher tier of client coming in as we had to scale up our pricing, get rid of those unlimited domain plans, and just offer a realistic pricing table or pricing point for subscribers. We lost some of the clients that maybe were just throwing on any type of web hosting unscrupulously, whether it was against terms of services or not, to clients and subscribers that care more about the content they're putting onto the server. Maybe it's their own business's website, or maybe they're website creators that want to host their own clients. So I noticed an evolution on the type of subscriber that goes on to that's coming into our network. Now, where are these subscribers that were around before that wanted to pay a very small amount of money for an unlimited amount of domains? Maybe they've gone to the hosts that offer other types of panels that are still unlimited, that may not be as polished or refined as, for example, cPanel, which charges per domain. So a lot of the hosts that can, in conclusion, or the result is being pretty much the hosts that continue to use cPanel are going to have a higher tier of client onto the server than the ones that are offering, a substandard to cPanel, control panel. This also adds to the experience of the subscriber, and here's why. Think of a web server as an apartment building with, 200 apartments. If all your neighbors are partygoers and wild and crazy and whatnot, you're not going to be very happy in your apartment because it's going to be a bumpy ride. It's going to be noisy. You won't be happy. In web server terms, your server will be down. It'll be slow. It'll be whatnot. Now, if all of a sudden you go from charging, all your customers or your tenants in this building that are just the wild and crazy ones, all of a sudden now you have standards, pricing is higher, you have barriers of entry, background checks, this, that, whatnot. It's just harder, more expensive to get in. Typically, you're going to have more of a sound building, a more stable building, in other words, a more stable server. So not only are there going to be less accounts per server, there's going to be a different type of customer onto that server. Whereas before you might have had spammers and whatnot that aren't willing to pay a lot of money or more money for a better hosting experience. Excuse me. I hope this made sense to you. That's pretty much what I've seen over the past 12 years is just an inclination. At JixHost, they are keeping cPanel, so it's actually, they're not going to degrade the service to keep the price point what it is. Prices did go up since day one. I think they went up 2 or 3 times, but still it's priced competitively. It's just now realistic. Whereas 12 years ago, it was, I guess, almost too good to be true. $10 a month, unlimited. Okay, I want to host 10 million domains. Technically, pricing scale would allow that. Today, no. It's limited. The reseller plan is limited to 50 cPanels for $40 a month, $39.99 a month. That's the biggest difference I've seen in web hosting in these last 12 years. What the future holds, who knows? There's a lot of companies like Cloudflare, which JixHost uses. It's great. It's also still free for the basic plan, and that's all included. Other than that, that's really the only difference. Everything else still the same. Offer chat, help desk support. You want to be there for your customers. You just want to be available. Your servers obviously have to be up. And that's it. I mean, if you have any questions, post them down below so everyone else can learn from it. I do get a lot of DMs, but I always say, hey, please post it down below because let's have everybody learn from our conversation. Other than that, again, thank you for watching. I'm going to try to put out more videos. Have a great day. Stay safe. It's a crazy year so far between COVID and now the rioting. One thing great about the web hosting business is didn't really affect it because you can do it from home and you can stay safe. Other than that, take care of yourselves and I'll see you soon. Bye.